The man is what I didn't for them Masulo.
Oh, fire. Thank you, sir. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you all know, I'm in Lagos and tomorrow is Father's Day. So I drafted out some questions for my dad. Oh, before I go into that, this is my father here. Daddy, say hi to him.
Hi, everybody.
He's an Igbo man. That's why he's standing like that. He's a barrister too. So he's barrister Marcel MG Mwabia. So okay, so I'll be asking my father a few questions. Me to also know some things about my dad that I never really knew or found out while I was growing. Because my father may have told me some things in the past, but maybe I've forgotten. So today I'm going to ask him some few questions so that I can know and also remember some of them, and also enlighten some of you guys who may have some questions that you want to get advice from a father figure. So yeah, that is all. So the first question, who are you to me? That's for everybody to know. Who are you to me?
Oh, very good. I'm your father. I'm your father, and you are my first daughter. My good daughter. So I'm your father.
I'm your father. Okay, so he's my father. You guys already know. So number two, what is your profession?
Well, I'm a legal practitioner.
That's the picture of them.
Immense repute, well experienced, of many years in practice. I've trained many lawyers. Over that something lawyers has passed through my chambers.
Wow.
And all of them are doing very, very well, both here in Nigeria, outside. Some of them are judges, some of them are magistrates.
Wow.
Some are there in the corporate world. So all of them are doing very well. Once you pass through my chambers, you cannot afford to disappoint me.
So yeah, that's for those who are studying law. My subscribers, if you have anybody that is studying law that is in Lagos, you can reach out to me so that the person can come and, you know, learn one or two from my dad. So that, thank you for that.
Thank you, my dear.
Number three, what do you like about being a dad or being a father?
Oh, that's a very nice question. It gives me the opportunity to assume responsibility of taking care of my children, taking care of them, making sure that they grow first and foremost with a fear of God, and making sure that they come out to be an asset to the society, and also be people of immense repute. Anywhere they go, be a salvation of all eyes. There will never be a disappointment to anybody. They cannot be a disappointment to themselves, neither can they be a disappointment to anybody. They continue to be an asset. I have trained people who are assets so my own children will excel in anywhere they go. And that is my prayer, and I doing it. And anywhere they go, I am proud. I continue to be proud of all of them.
So that's what you like about being in that.
Yes.
Okay, the responsibility aspect. Okay, what was your childhood like?
Well, I'm the last born of my parents, 7 of them, 5 men and 2 ladies. And the last one, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a businessman.
That really?
Yes. But my brothers, who just came back from the Biafran War, saw that education is very vital.
Of course.
In the society we find ourselves. They insisted that I must go to school. I had a quarrel with them. They insisted that I must go to school. And I must. It's a question of must. If I refuse to go to school, they will never give me money to start any business. So I have no alternative than to go to school.
So it was by force.
I thank God they did that.
Yes,
It's,
true.
they are very, very good brothers. And if if there is opportunity to come back in the next world, I will come back to meet and be brothers to them. They are really good to me. While I was in school, they were very, very wonderful, providing me for whatever I wanted. They really provided for me, both them and their wives. They are so fantastic.
So you were...
I went through school without any type of suffering.
As last born now?
As a last born.
It's your luck now. It's your luck, Daddy. Me and first born, come and say I'm suffering like this.
I doubt you never suffer.
I'm not suffering. I'm not suffering. But
I
you were strict on me.
was always there for you.
Yeah.
And I'm still there for you.
I know, I agree, but
so,
you and Mommy were very, very strict on me. Anything that happens, it's me that did it.
Yes.
You see.
You have to take care of your junior ones. As the firstborn,
okay.
You are a pace setter.
Okay.
So take it from us. What we are doing was not to, in any way denigrate you, but just to make sure you continue to assume that responsibility earlier said.
Okay.
So don't take it that we are so wicked to you. We are not.
Okay.
We are trying to make you to assume responsibility as the first issue, first child of the family. And really, you never disappointed us.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so the next question: what is your favorite holiday?
Well, my favorite holiday is always my birthday. Yes, when I have the opportunity to take my wife out, take my children out, whatever they want, I provide to eat. Wherever they want to go, I take them. So my profession is one that keeps you busy.
Yes, all the time, even on holidays.
So whenever I have my birthday, I have the opportunity to, unwind.
May 29.
And make my family very happy.
Yes, his birthday is May 29. May 29. Okay. The next question: how has fatherhood shaped your life? How has it shaped your life?
Yeah, actually, the issue of being a father is not a main issue. It takes a lot to be a father.
Of course.
It's not a father that there are fathers that are fathers.
Yes.
Some are father, they don't take responsibility and make sure that their children go to good school and have a good education. There are some of them that when they send their children to school, they don't care whether the child is doing well in school or not. There are some of them that when they send their children to school, even when it's time to pay school fees, you see them wanting. That is not a father. A father is one who assumes responsibility in terms of training the child, making sure that all she needs or he needs to grow up is there. All he wants in terms of morality is there. All she wants or he wants in terms of making sure he's comfortable in school is there.
Yes.
Whenever a child goes to school and you send a child away because of school fees, you see how morality, how this thing will just go down. So when I assume responsibility as a father, my first prayer is that God will always give me the wherewithal to make sure that my children, I give them what they want. And I thank God. He has never disappointed me in that respect. You know yourself, when you were at school, I always make sure that I meet up with their needs. And thank God you're an engineer today, an engineer of good grade, coming out in second class upper division.
Hey, Daddy, you're going to say it on air?
It's not,
hey.
It's not a main thing.
Hey, that's
an engineer. So
oh my
today,
God.
I'm proud of my daughter, who has just made me proud of her. Performance. Fatherhood has shaped my life in different ways. In terms of making sure that my children behave well anywhere they are. In terms of academic life, in terms of morality, in terms of even domestic wise. Even my son cooks very well, talk less of my girls. When they cook, marvel at the product, their kitchen knowledge. So I make sure that I do not only train them academically, but in every aspect, anywhere you put them, they'll fit in. And that is where fatherhood has shaped me, making me to be a good father. And that's what I am today. I'm proud to say that anywhere and any place.
How did you feel the first time you became a father? I'm sure everybody knows I'm the first child already because you told them.
It was so fantastic.
Eh?
So fantastic. And even the thought of my wife being pregnant, I was so elated, joyous, expecting to be a father. And the product is the person who is interviewing me here.
Ew.
The first day I saw her, I felt like flying to the sky.
No.
Being a father for the first time in my life. Even I must tell you that when she was growing up, the first quarrel I had with my wife was when she beat her. That was the first quarrel I had with my wife, beating my daughter. I felt so bad.
So, I've never really asked you this question. Well, let me ask you today. How did you meet my mom?
Well, fortunately, her mom is from the same town with me,
Okay.
though not from the same village. I know the family very well. And when her senior sister suggested that I would like her junior sister, I really felt good over it. I went to meet her, and when I saw her, I felt all I've been praying for is exactly what she is. And never I saw Tademo for them So
Can you translate for those that don't know?
when fufu is good, soup is good. What else? You continue to swallow.
Oh.
You know, with all amount of relish.
I'm telling you.
So I went for her. She was doing her youth service then at the Kwara State. Myself, I finished my youth service, was practicing already. I drove from here to Lorry to meet her. When I saw her, she's so beautiful, though she was making a lot of guy there. Having the euphoria of somebody who had just graduated. Well, I talked to her. We agreed. When we agreed to start loving ourselves, because I believe marriage is not something you just start. You know, when you see a girl you love, you say, "I want to marry you."
No.
There must be an introduction. You start learning yourself. Two of you learn yourself at least to know whether you are compatible. So that, because the worst mistake anybody can make is to marry somebody who is not his or her husband or wife. So when I met her, we started loving ourselves, and from there we became one today as husband and wife.
And that.
Yes, and from there the first product is what you are seeing here.
No. Okay. I remember those days when we were little, when you used to tell us things about the Biafran War.
Yes.
So I wanted to use the opportunity to talk about it, because no matter what, your childhood was part of it.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask you, do you have any bad memories growing up?
That was a very, very Biafra Nigeria war, which started in 1967.
Okay.
Was in short a gory issue, very gory issue. Then I was about 7 years, going to my 8th year.
Wow.
I was in primary 2. There was the teacher started indoctrinating us, telling us how to take cover when the Nigeria bomber fighter comes to bomb.
Jesus.
We are taught how to take cover under a tree. We are taught. We started at a stage, everybody stopped going to school. It was the whole of Eastern region. School stopped abruptly. So from 1967, In 1970, we did not go to school. We were fighting to survive. You know? Fortunately, my senior brothers, 4 of them went to war, except me, who had not come of age then. Thank God, all of them came back. None of them had any, except my second senior brother, who got injured. And he was a captain in the Biafran Army then. And he used his position to save the life of his other brothers by making sure most of them were not in the fierce theater of war. And by that, he saved their lives. They came back. The throughout the war was a very turbulent and very disturbing situation. Sometimes it would be the night, you don't take light outside. Once you take light outside, the Nigerian fighter or bomber will dictate you from there. You just come and bomb you and scatter the person's body.
Are you serious?
Yes. So, unfortunately, my town, Ruala, the Idaho North local government area, we are so fortunate. We were not refugees, but the whole of our land were filled up with refugees. All the schools were occupied by refugees. You don't even go to church. You don't go to school. Everything became standstill. Life was so uninteresting, in the sense that you may be going out, you see a lot of people with kwashiorkor. A lot of children were died. Death became an incessant issue. So you can be walking about and say, this person died, this person died. You see, a lot of people will be dying around you. You cannot do anything. Some of them were dying of hunger. Some of them were dying of this one disease or the other. Some of them were dying of kwashiorkor. No, a lot. It was a gory issue, and war is so bad, especially when the war is around your vicinity.
Yes.
See, you have an impact, direct impact of what is going on.
Exactly.
So, thank God, my brother survived. I survived. But then I have lost my father, my brothers, myself. Nobody died. My sisters, all of us, we survived. Nobody died. The only thing that, unfortunate thing is that we lost a first cousin by name Petrus Mabia. He was one of the most brilliant guys around there. So disturbing and so painful. Still feeling his absence even up to today. Because assuming he's alive today, he would have been one of the most standing processors we have in Nigeria today. So that war, we lost a lot of brilliant people, brilliant young men in Igbo land, brilliant and very enterprising young men in Igbo land. You go to any town, you can count number of people that died, either in the war front, or because of hunger, or because of disease, or because of air raids. That is Biafra by bombing or by fighter killing them. Anybody can die of anything. That death was so prevalent and so incessant that life became so worthless and very uninteresting.
What a bad memory going on.
A very bad memory.
Because I know all the while you've been talking to us during, like, whenever you talk to us in the evening and you tell us about growing up, it's always Biafran War you talk about. There's no other thing that really disturbs your growing up. Wow, that was a very bad memory.
It's a very bad memory.
Okay, so Daddy, thank you for coming to my channel. Well,
thank you, my dear.
What is your advice to young men and young fathers out there? What do you have to tell them?
Yes, my advice to upcoming young men is that I have always repeated it to my children. There is a principle and a maxim which I've instilled in my children is that today must suffer. I make sure that any of my children, all my children, take that principle in growing up. Today must suffer. If today did not suffer, tomorrow will suffer. So you make the day to suffer so that your future will be bright. If you are a student, you must suffer today. You must read. You must, if it is hunger, you must go through it. If it's academic rigors, you must go through it. That is today must suffer. If you start enjoying yourself today, then what you are supposed to do, you did not do it. When others are reading, you continue to enjoy yourself, going to parties, going to clubs, drinking and frolicking about. Then you started enjoying something you're supposed to enjoy in the future, so that tomorrow there will be no enjoyment. But when you suffer your early age, better your future becomes bright. Right. That is the mindset that today must suffer. If today suffers in your life, you make your future bright, tomorrow will be very, very buoyant and very, very interesting and very, very enjoyable for you. So that is the mindset today must suffer. My advice to young people is that don't fritter away your opportunity today. Don't fritter away your opportunity. Make sure what you're supposed to do today, you do it, so that tomorrow will be bright for you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my
Thank you, sir. Happy Father's Day.
My daughter.
Happy Father's Day,
Thank
Daddy.
you, my dear.
Thank you for coming to my
I'm waiting for my gift from all of you.
Hey. So thank you for watching this video today. I hope that somebody learned one or two, because I don't know, from my mom tag, so not only one person told me that they learned a lot. So whatever you learned or whatever it is that touched you, you can feel free to comment below, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video to anybody that you feel that may need it. And don't forget that this upcoming Friday, is my life in Owerri vlog, where I moved from Owerri to Lagos. So till we meet next, I'm still your lovely girl, this is Sawamia, and this is my father.
Thank you.
Meet next. Bye.
Bye.